Hello, I'm Erick Adrian Marquez. I am from El Paso, Texas, born and raised. El Paso, Texas is the border city that had been on the news for a lot of stuff. And I went to art school in Kansas City. I left El Paso around the age of 18, give or take, a little bit after high school graduating. And I went to art school and I graduated with my Bachelor's of Fine Arts from art school in Kansas City. I stayed there with my wife, which I met in art school, and she's another local artist here in West Palm Beach, Mei Pao. And so we have a family together, and we've gone back and forth from Florida to Kansas City, and we ended up back here. About my art, I'm a storyteller is what I am. Narrative art, I love and work with comic books, children's books, illustration. As a kid, whenever I didn't have a lot of people to hang out with, which was a lot, I would draw and I would play by myself and I'd create worlds. So I ended up loving that kind of, that feel of just telling stories. And I went into illustration. I've done comic books. I've done the internship with DC Comics. I've had a lot of fun with different projects, freelance art with William Shatner, Vincent Price's Estate. I've worked on stuff with Boar's Head, with Burger King, a lot of different client work. And so I love the idea of moving back and forth in media so I don't get bored. That happens to be our middle ground for my wife and I. She'll work more in the exhibitions and in paintings, etc., fine art. And so we'll kind of work on sculptural stuff together. We'll get our hands dirty in that 3D world with paper mache, with different sculptures. And it's a really good balance that way. The way that COVID has affected me is that, well, I've always kind of loved working in studio by myself, on my own projects. So it didn't affect me mentally too much. A lot of the world around me it has. So it's kind of like the rest of the world's kind of come into my world in that sense of now everybody's kind of huddled at home, not being able to go out and stuff. So it's kind of taught me to patiently explain to people, whoever kind of needs that help locally around me, say, hey, go try the arts out. It's this mental escape, because I've experienced it, I've lived that from drawing and creating on my own. So it's kind of opened I guess I'm more empathetic to that situation. Project-wise, we still have a good amount of work, I think. It's slowed down a little bit, but we've always been in that mode of just work, find projects and stuff. So it's what we're used to as freelance artists. And I like the hustle. I love the hustle. So thank you for watching the video.